the tone. Y'all better know. Y'all better know James is about to bring it. Do y'all hear this tone? James does not talk like this, y'all. It is coming. Buckle up. Buckle up.
Buckle up. Hello, welcome to the Pitchy Podcast. We are your hosts, James
and Stephanie.
Here on the Pitchy Podcast, we are passionate about good music and great vocals. We'll use the vehicle of NBC's The Voice to give you our take and our feedback on each contestant's vocal and overall performance. We're here to do all of these things, but what we're never here to do is come for any contestant as a human being. Although we may come off a little pitchy, if you know what I mean, we will always do our best to speak our truths with love, kindness, and respect. And the opinions of tonight's episode are that of the Pitchy Podcast and not of NBC's The Voice. Contestants, mentors, coaches, production staff, or NBC Universal itself. Ooh. And with that, let's talk about Season 29's final night of the Knockouts. Well, hello,
Battles.
Stephanie.
Battles.
Oh.
Battles.
Yes. I'm just so excited. I am trying to contain myself, you all. I can't promise you what's going to come out of this mouth tonight. But you're going to get yourself a good episode. And contestants, I need you all to buckle up and get ready. NBC, I need you to buckle up and get ready.
Get ready.
For tonight's episode. Mm-hmm. Because everyone knows, if you've been watching the Pitchy Podcast for now over 3 years, the battles are some of the Pitchy Podcast's hosts' favorite things to talk about.
Yes.
And tonight, or last night's battle, was probably one of the best, pound for pound, but also one of the most controversial, in our humble opinion. And that's why I had to give the disclaimer. So buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. How you doing, Stephanie?
I'm doing good. I am very excited to talk about this episode.
Oh, I'm sure you are. As am I.
The tone. Y'all better know. Y'all better know James is about to bring it. Do y'all hear this tone? James does not talk like this, y'all. It is coming. Buckle up.
And if you know what's best for you, you will subscribe. I say try us out for 1 month because you want to hear it this month. To the Patreon.
You sure do. You
for
sure
just
do.
$5 a month, the cost of a drink, an inexpensive drink, or a Starbucks drink. You can get bonus content, early releases, first time views, and much, much more content. So we have a lot to talk about tonight.
We do.
And I'm containing my excitement. So, again, get ready. Our first contestants of the night were our league.
Yes.
Stephanie and I made a pact or whatever you want to call it. We agreed that we would not watch the leak.
Right.
We would watch the episode as it premiered, as it aired. So that being Drew and Jared singing Leather and Lace by Stevie Nicks and Don Henley.
Never gonna leave. But that time I saw you, knew it's you to light my night. Oh, somehow I get by.
Now, I totally see why Adam picked this song. I thought it was the perfect song for both of them. Whereas tonight, in my opinion, and probably Stephanie's too, there were some songs that were obviously picked for certain contestants. But I feel like this song in particular was picked with both contestants in mind. Like, what would
Yeah.
complement both contestants? And that to me makes a battle. When both singers, because Stephanie and I don't want any singers to struggle.
No.
We want battle. Like, we're here for the battles. Or as
Fair
we've
fight.
been calling the dirty knife fights. Like, we're here for it. So I would say that Drew, to me, sounded the closest to Stevie Nicks I've ever heard anyone on this show sound. And a lot of people cover Stevie Nicks songs or have covered Stevie Nicks songs. And Stevie Nicks has such a unique, particular voice that people adored. Like, she is one of the most unique pop voices ever.
Yes.
I felt like this was a really good pairing. I felt like their voices and their vibratos, which is the wave frequency of their voice, complemented each other.
Yes.
And it reminded me again, and I said this before about Jared. I said, Jared sounds like his voice is already mixed. Like, meaning production-wise, it's just that good of a voice. It's like almost a perfect voice. Fake in a good way is the best way I can describe it. Drew has a lot more of a delicate voice. And Jared, I love how Jared was matching Drew's delicateness, because Jared has more of a powerhouse voice. But I felt like this is important, you all, with battles, because I didn't feel like every battle was like this tonight. You have to listen. You have to have, as you know, a good friend of ours says, big ears. And you have to really, sometimes one singer may have to adjust to another singer. And that's just for the benefit of the performance, right? It's not that one gets showcased over the other. It just creates a beautiful symmetry. And I felt like Jared was doing that with he matched her energy without losing his individuality, because Drew has a very individual voice.
Yeah.
And I felt like Jared did that. Did I hear rasp in Drew's voice at towards the end?
You did. Said, okay, absolutely.
Drew, I want to hear more of that.
Yeah.
I said, go with that. Drew, I feel like the rasp takes your voice to another level and gives it color and it gives it depth. And I really, really thought this was a strong start. Stephanie?
This, just like you said, Adam couldn't have picked a better song for them to sing, but I was almost scared for him, because this song is very near and dear to Adam's heart. He said that he sang this song at his wedding with the Stevie Nicks.
To his bride to be.
I was like,
that's
well,
like singing
shoot.
A John Legend song to John Legend.
1000%. So I was a little bit nervous for them and afraid that this was going to put too much pressure on them to deliver this song, you know, because this is a big deal if this is a song that really meant a lot to him. I was happy to hear that in the end he was happy about how the overall performance went, because he was honest and he was like, after rehearsals, y'all, I ain't know. But I agree. I thought that they came together really nicely. I really thought that this Drew's performance, I thought that it was way better than her Blind, if I'm being honest.
Absolutely.
And for a lot of the reasons that you talked about, like, this song was able to allow her to display the gentleness in her voice, but also like the rough and rugged edges, and also that vibrato that she has. It is a very unique instrument that she has. And I think that Jared was able to compliment her really, really well. I wrote down that his voice must be AI. That's what I said. I was like, there's no way his voice is real. And we're just saying that because we're not implying anything.
Your voice is fake. We're just saying it's that perfect.
It's that perfect. Like, it is a pro voice. And from the moment he came in, it was like, And everybody, from the moment he came in by himself, everybody was like, oh, oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And he was also able to show the different textures of his voice and the different dynamics of his voice, the more gentle, tender side, and also the little bit of holleration side as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has this rock, soul, country, beautiful blend of a voice. And their harmonies together just worked really, really, really well. I thought it was a great start to the show. I really did. It
Yeah.
was good.
So who won this battle?
So Jared was our winner.
Jared was our winner.
Jared was our winner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Deservingly so. Jared is he is going to be a force
Oh yeah.
in this
Oh
competition.
yeah.
This is a voice I want to hear live.
Oh
This is
yeah.
a voice I want to hear live. There's a few
1000%.
voices this season I cannot wait to. That I pray they get to the lives because they're just ridiculous and it just
Next
doesn't
level.
sound real.
Yeah.
Okay, our next offering
Mhm.
battle was
Mhm.
Tia in Houston. Tia in
Yeah.
Houston sang a Chris Stapleton song that neither Stephanie nor I are familiar with, and
No.
we know enough Chris Stapleton to be dangerous. But I'm glad that we were introduced to Either Way
Mhm.
by Chris Stapleton.
We can just go on like this. Let's say the word, we'll call it quits.
Mhm.
First thing I
And
wrote.
let's just say this is Team Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
With
Team
J
Kelly's
J
offering.
Head. That's okay. With J Head stepping in
J Head
as
was the mentor,
Yes.
and stepping in as a coach and mentor for Tia in Houston. I wrote, first thing I wrote, I said, I need you to check Houston's birth certificate.
Yeah.
Is he
absolutely.
really only 20 years old?
I don't
And that
believe
was
it.
just from the B-roll, right?
Right.
I'm not even
Right.
getting to the actual performance. I
Right.
said, because it's just the Houston seen some things. It's like our bread man, right?
That's
It's
right.
like
That's
these
right.
voices have
JW.
seen. It's like these voices have seen some things.
Yes, they have lived some life.
Listen, okay. Now getting into the performance, that was just the B-roll that stood out to me. You all, a perfect demonstration of talk singing is the way Houston opened this song.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if it was too low for him or like lower. Well, you could tell it was much lower in his register, but he did something so pro with it, and it just grabbed you because he kind of like sang it to perfection. But then it was Tia's turn. And I wrote, Tia, Lord Tia. I said, the anointing on that voice.
Oh.
I said, and then Houston came back. I can't take it. How Tia handled her entrance. Go back and listen to how she comes in. Almost, it's not like a whisper, but it was delicate is my word tonight, I guess.
Delicate,
it was
yes.
just so,
yes.
It was delicate. I said delicate to perfection.
Yes, it was.
Because we all know that Tia is a powerhouse singer.
Yes, she is.
The way she has control. John talked about it tonight with other singers. He was like, as you're coming up, especially with people with big voices, i.e. me, it takes years and years and years to figure out how to manipulate the voice to give it dynamics.
That's right.
For years, big singers, they know loud and they know super loud.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Forte and fortissimo, if you want to talk the music languages.
Yes.
And I just thought she came in so delicately. Singers just don't do and handle what she did when she came in.
That's right.
What a pairing. I said, now I put them as a duet. Like
yeah.
Like this was so good. I said they need to take this offering on the road. I'm getting chills.
Uh-huh.
I got chills through the entire performance. I have no
1000%.
critiques. I said this was just an enjoyable performance. My Lord. And Houston, I want that jacket. And then I'll come back because I want Stephanie to give her opinion, and then I'll come back when we talk about who the results. Stephanie?
Okay. So in the B-roll, I actually wrote a curse word when it came to Tia. Because I was like, this is just the rehearsal. And this is what sis is doing in this rehearsal. And it was really interesting. And we can talk more about this either in the Patreon, which I'm letting y'all know now. We already let you know at the top of the show. I'm really letting you know now. We are really going to be talking in Patreon. But the interestingness of the edit of this particular segment of the show. They showed both Houston and Tia prior to them stepping on stage, and Tia in particular was very emotional and basically told them, let me have a minute before, because, cameras all up in her face and, asking questions and all that before she gets on the stage. Well, for either one of them, if there was nerves, if there was anything before they stepped on the stage, you would have never known it you would have never known it based on their performance. So Houston starts, and just like you said, James, it was a masterful job in storytelling and setting the story and setting the tone of this song that I have never heard before, but Chris Stapleton. So I know in essence what I'm getting. I was like, sing, sir. Sing, sir. I said, you sound like somebody's country Baptist deacon who can sing, about to sing down a song.
You get an honest from your daddy, sir. You do.
1,000,000%. And it was cool to see the depth of his voice and the differences that you got from his voice, because you got this delicate kind of sing-talky, conversational vocal from him, right? And then you get to the chorus and it is just straight holleration to the point where he was doing like what you do in church, what I've seen folk do in church, or really pro singers. You take your mic away and then you bring it back, and you like the that of it all. I was like, oh, brother, you done been here before. We really need to check that birth certificate, because 20, that is 20 plus 20.
Right.
On top of another 20, the way he was singing this thing down. Yeah, I was like, okay, grits, okay, all okay, deacon. But then sis comes in, sis being Tia, and the vulnerability and the richness with which she entered into her solo part. And by the end of her first line, I was like, if I close my eyes, this is CeCe Winans, like legit. And if I were to keep my eyes closed, which I was not going to, it would have only like that's what she continued to sound like, CeCe Winans. The amazing thing about what Tia did, and I don't think that I've ever seen or heard this in a battle before, is that like you have the basic of what you're supposed to sing, right? The basic line.
Yeah.
Right?
Melody,
the basic lyric. Yeah. Upon every line that Tia sang, there was some kind of flourish that she did at the beginning of it, and some kind of flourish, rundown, something that she did at the end. And that is what was giving Dirty Knife Fight to me, because I'm like, she is slashing her way to the finish line of this song. Like, she is really, really battling in the best, most epic, most skillful, most all-filled, most incredible way. It was one of the singular most impactful, dynamic, incredible vocals I've ever heard on this show. And
There
if
aren't
y'all
enough
been
adjectives.
and if y'all been around long enough, y'all know that we have heard a lot of really great vocals on this show. But it's so crazy to say that in the sense that she's doing this incredible vocal in the midst of being in a battle. Like, it was absolutely incredible. I said choice, choice, choice. Like, it was like choice alarms were going off at every line, because the choices were just immaculate. It was absolutely incredible by each of them individually, but together as well.
So I would say, as incredible as Houston of a performance gave, and with any other person, to me, Houston would have won the battle. With that saying, I and Stephanie, the Pitchy Podcast, felt like it was no contest because of what Tia delivered.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we got
That's the truth.
to the results.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelly, this is Kelly. So Kelly's hearing them for the first time. So Kelly did not work with them like J Hud did.
That's right.
And Kelly chose Houston.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I mean, it was hard for her, but Kelly, it's hard every time. Kelly makes a point of it being like very difficult. I totally disagree. I think this is BS. I called Stephanie immediately. And Stephanie and I used to call each other in the early years of the Pitchy House. We used to call all the time. And I guess we kind of organically felt like it lost some of the magic of what we wanted to discuss with you all, right? Well, the content we wanted to deliver to the Pitchy Podcast. But I can truly say that this episode in particular, Stephanie and I talked more offline than we have in years. Literally, you all.
That's
years,
right.
Prior to taping.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
And I called her and Stephanie, furious was an understatement.
He was big mad. This was our first big mad moment of the season.
I said, Stephanie, you're going to have to do the rest of this show. I said, because once again, we have a woman, a Black woman, who literally laid it all on the stage.
Absolutely.
And no one this entire season, over the seasons that we've watched, in my opinion, have come close to what Tia did tonight. And that is no hyperbole, you all. Some have come close. Okay, I'll take that back. Some have come close.
Oh, yeah.
But what Tia did tonight, it was literally electricity going through my body. That's how I knew it was an anointing from God. Literally electricity going through my body as she was singing the entire time. Y'all, I have heard some of the best of the best. And electricity does not shoot through me the way it did with Tia.
That's right.
Only a few have. Kelly Clarkson got it 100%, in our humble opinions, wrong. And I feel like it was a setup. And the rest, you're going to have to hear from me on the Patreon, because I'm still furious at this show.
Yeah.
And how this show treats Black women. I'm just going to say it.
Absolutely.
Please, Houston, if you watch this has nothing to do. Zero to do.
None.
You deserve to go on. You really, really did.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about your partner, your singing partner. So please do not get upset with us. And we would be happy to explain to you if you need more clarity. I'm talking to Houston if you watch us. We'll be happy to explain to you if you need more clarity. But I'm sorry. If you have not watched this performance, go and watch this performance. I went on YouTube. watched it about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 20 times today. I just happen to view, I don't too often go into the comments for justification, because Stephanie
Right.
and I feel like we have cred. We don't need justification. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not arrogance. That's just truth. I don't feel like we need justification. Literally every comment in YouTube had the same feeling that we did. Stephanie?
Yeah, and like the thing about it is that Houston gave a performance worthy of him going through. That's full stop. Okay? However, Tia gave a performance that should put her in the finals, like lickety split. Like
unworldly.
Otherworldly. The things that and you made this point, James, but I'm going to bring it up here, and you can expound upon it here or on Patreon. I don't think you'll mind me sharing.
No.
The way that John Legend was reacting to Tia during the performance lets you know everything that you need to know about Tia's performance, because we know that John Legend is not the most demonstrative, and he's not going to put on if he don't think you singing. He's not. That's one thing about him, is that while the performance is happening, he's not just going to put on if he don't think that you sang. The way that after every line Tia sang, that man was saying, he almost something.
Interrupted the performance.
He really, like, it was almost distracting. Like, what John gonna do now? He about to jump up out of his seat. He don't just do that.
Girl.
Yeah. He don't just do that. So that let me know that everything that I was feeling was being felt, seen, heard, experienced in that room as well. And yeah, I
have never seen Kelly Clarkson get it wrong on this show. And I'm so disappointed. That's why I have to believe she did not make this choice. I have to believe it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Call me a conspiracy theorist. Call me whatever you want. But we have been watching this too long, and we have talked to too many contestants, and we're not here to air dirty laundry. We are not. But what we're here to do is speak our truths in love, kindness, and respect. And I will not disrespect Houston. I will not disrespect Kelly Clarkson. But something is fishy in Denmark. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And that's all I'm going to say about this. And we'll continue this conversation on the Patreon for just $5 a month. Please join us, because we want to hear what your take is.
Y'all, what y'all think?
Contestants, you know, I know you're restricted, not saying too much.
But y'all can jump in these DMs. We don't share. You ask any of these artists, we don't share.
Any previous contestant, we don't run our mouths.
Sure don't.
We don't.
Not even on the Patreon.
I'm
not even on the Patreon.
That was ridiculous. It was so blatant to me. It was just so blatant. And one thing you know about Stephanie and I, we don't call, which some of y'all are probably thinking we're calling right now. We're not. No. Meaning we don't like we don't run in like every performance like, oh, why didn't you pick the black one? No,
that's what I'm saying. No. And if people have been around here long enough, y'all know we like good music and a great vocal, point blank, period. It don't matter what this look like. It matters what's coming out of here. Absolutely.
And
y'all
here.
Know that.
And here.
Y'all know that.
All right,
You've been around long enough.
Later, y'all. Please join us on the Patreon, because we want we again, we don't want to hear your feedback for justification. We just want to hear your opinions. Like we truly respect and want to honor all of your opinions on this. This is how passionate. We're passionate people, y'all. We are. Okay.
We are.
All right. Moving on. So our next performers are Aziz and Jeremy.
Yeah.
David, a Stevie Wonder classic. Adam Levine, if you don't stop picking these incredible songs. My Sharia Moore.
How I wish that you were mine. Por la calle voy, pregunto a todos al pasar.
Pretty Little One that I adore. Stevie Wonder,
Yes.
he could write a song.
He
Probably
sure
one of, if
could.
not the greatest songwriter of the 20th century. Like,
That's right.
like, seriously.
Mhm.
I said I wrote Smooth Start Jeremy. I wrote
That's right.
I say it's like butter. It's like butter, baby.
Butter, baby.
That's what I wrote. I said, Jeremy, you better be smooth with that start.
Oh,
Thank
Lord.
you also, Jeremy. This is one of those songs like Motown. To me, Motown is one of those genres of music because Motown is its own genre of music.
It's a genre.
It is one of those genres of music that you must at some point stay true to the melody. Motown melodies are so distinct. They're so unique. They're, I got some. Ooh, where's my voice? I've got sunshine. Baby, don't these songs stick in your head. All right.
Yes, they do.
And then I just thought Jeremy stayed so true
He did.
to the melody. You have to stay true to the classics, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and then give me one verse of staying true to the melody, and then go and do what you want to do. And that's what I felt like Jeremy and Aziz did. Aziz has a very, very interesting. I didn't know what Aziz was doing at first, but then he went up, and his voice, it's like a treasure chest open.
It is.
Right? In this gold, platinum, diamonds out. And I was like, what is that? Aziz, I had no idea you had that upper extension and that gorgeous, like you did this thing with your vibrato. I was like,
he sure did.
I feel like I feel like this particular song was really suited for Jeremy's voice. I had mentioned this before, you all, that I felt like some of these songs were catered to certain singers. This last song, the Chris Stapleton, it was not catered to Houston versus Tia or vice versa, right? I felt like this one and a couple of others were catered to the singers.
Agreed.
Aziz, I said, Aziz, like there was a part, I want to talk to you, Aziz. I hope you watch, because I am a student, even though I, am a voice coach, teacher, whatever. I am always a student. And young man, you have a gorgeous, gorgeous instrument. There was a part I did hear you crack in this song. And Aziz, don't ever be afraid. Like if you are not 100% solid, you're going to hit that note, like, or you're nervous, or, like everything that's going on. Like we've heard, like the pressure on this show is like, it's unbelievable. Don't ever be afraid to change a melody. I'm going to talk a little bit later about this, about a singer that did it. Because you always want to, like, you only get one shot, right? And you always want to sing with your best foot forward. Don't be afraid. Like you can change that note. Like if you know you can't get up to it, that you don't have the breath or even just like the confidence, because a lot of times high notes have to do with confidence. I said, don't be afraid to flip into a mix or your falsetto. You have a gorgeous top, gorgeous upper extension. I said, not only it's not cheating, because some people will call it, I cheated a little bit. No, it's not cheating. It's smart singing, because it also adds diversity and color to your sound.
Come on.
Or people are like, okay. So that's Aziz. That's what I would recommend. I agree with Adam. Jeremy is there and Aziz is out there. Adam made that comment in the comment, and I said it's really about choices to step in. And I felt like Jeremy made all the right choices in this. But I also, when Aziz would sustain a note, like,
oh my God,
note, like, it's the frequency of it was just, it was like music to my ears. It was like perfection.
Yes.
Stephanie.
Yes. Before I started, at some point during your soliloquy to Aziz, you said something about one shot, and now like Danity Kane is in my head.
One shot.
One shot.
Ooh, I'm my
Oh
girl.
God. Every 3 months I think about Danity
Don't get
Kane.
me started.
Do you have a first aid kit handy? Okay. Tangent over. I just had to release that. Oh my God. So Jeremy starts and I'm like, it's so clean. It's so crisp. It's so clear. It's so smooth. It's so bright. It's so pro. Like it was just lovely. And like you said, we love a good reimagination of a song. We like when you change the melody up a little bit, but for a song like this, you gotta at least start it traditionally. And Jeremy just did the perfect job doing that. I was like, this is what I want. This is how I want it to sound. This is so gorgeous. And then Aziz comes in and I'm like, oh, well, that's a cool tone. That's a
Right.
cool sound. And then the more he got going, I was like, there's a flavor, there's a texture, there's a body, there's a something to his voice that is just really interesting and really delicious. And I loved when they both started singing in Spanish too. That brought a whole new energy and a whole new vibe to the song as well. There was something, just like you said, James, there was something so cool, magical, like those are the only two things that I can think of to describe the way that Aziz's voice sounded when it just soared. Like it just felt like a rainbow
Yeah.
was soaring
Yeah.
across the sky. It was so
That's
gorgeous.
That's a good analogy. Yeah.
And Jeremy was just, he's ready. He's just a natural. He was just, oh my good. Like there's no more adjectives to describe how just not only vocally he was ready and he was just outstanding, but performance wise too, just the comfortability on stage, not only in himself but in how you could see him supporting Aziz and them kind of looking back and forth. And I loved, now what was interesting about this battle, it was very much tennis. It was you sing, now you sing, now you sing. And they only came together at the end when they did the la la las. And that took me out because for as different as their voices sounded, they did those la la las in unison to start. And then they split off, and how it ended, that beautiful harmony. I was just like, this was everything that I wanted from this particular battle and this particular selection. I thought that they both did an amazing job.
They did. Who won this battle, Stephanie?
La, la. Jeremy won this battle.
Jeremy won. Absolutely. All right. Our next offering was Natasha and Kendra. Natasha being our coffee shop 90s vocalist. Kendra being our country soul vocalist. I say more soul than country. Hey, who's keeping track? And they sang, oh my gosh, great. One of my favorite songs, Walk On By, Burt Bacharach and Dionne Warwick.
Walk on by, walk on by, foolish pride, that's all that I am left so.
Oh, this song, I you know what I wrote, Stephanie? I said, this song's just a vibe.
It is a vibe, James. It's a whole vibe.
It's
a vibe. Yes, it is.
It stands alone.
It does.
There aren't many songs that stand alone. This song stands alone. Like it doesn't matter who sings it. The song is a vibe.
Exactly.
I said, ooh, did you hear Kendra on those harmonies when they started? Kendra was giving me those harmonies under Natasha. I thought, because Kendra's got a really big voice, I thought Kendra, she let Natasha have her thing in the beginning. I loved it. I said, listen, I said, listen, because it really, to me, some of the best singers are the ones who, when they're duetting and doing things like that, know when to pull it back and to become the accompaniment and let the other person get featured, but they're doing something so good that you still listen to the accompaniment. Because I feel like, and I'm going to talk more about another offering. I felt like Kendra did that in the beginning because Natasha has a much softer, more like, again, coffee shop, cool voice. I said, um, Natasha, did you hear Natasha hold those runs down? Did you hear Natasha do those runs?
Did you?
Natasha. I said, what? I said, Natasha is one of those in the cut. You know what? I love in the cut singers because I can't do it that well. I can't do it that well. I loved it. I loved it. She's an in the cut singer, but Kendra is too.
Oh,
but
yeah.
2 totally different voices. I really liked this battle. It was so different. Their voices were so different, but I felt like it featured them both at their best, vocal best.
1000%.
You can't ask for more than that. And then I'll talk about the results.
Okay.
After you talk.
The first thing that I wrote was vibe, giving. This song is giving from Jonah.
I didn't talk about that. I can't. It's just a vibe.
It's just a vibe. Natasha steps out, and I was like, she has like this mysterious, piercing kind of voice. I said, she is the best, and I wrote coffee house. I said, she is the best coffee house nuance singer I ain't ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
the choices she was making, the vibrato that she had at the end of her phrases, the take your time, sis, of the delivery of the vocal. I was just like, oh, you are giving. You are giving. I said, what is Miss Kendra gonna do? Because you taking up a lot of time and a lot of space in this song, and you is giving. And then Kendra comes in and she got that lower kind of register in her voice. She got that richness. Now, if Natasha is coffee house, then Kendra is like the cup of coffee. She like that bold, dark, rich coffee with no cream, no sugar.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness. It was like she's got this rock, like you said, like this rock pop soul. Yeah. The soul is heavy. The soul is thick, and she got them grits on her voice too. And it was interesting because they were giving similar vibe to the song, but in their own vocal ways, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
they both had like a similar vibe, like I just said, but they also had like a take your time, sis kind of approach to this song, which I guess is like it is the approach to have with this song.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to hear it out of both of their voices. And it was just like, well, I love what Natasha's doing, but dang, I love what Kendra's doing too. Like, I don't know who, this is a pick your flavor. Like, this is one of them pick your flavors because it's kind of a toss. It really is kind of a toss up. It's just based on, I guess, for Coach John, which voice he liked more. And based on some of the feedback he gave in his comments after the performance, I kind of thought I knew which way he might be going. And that is the way that he went. But you couldn't go wrong. You could not go wrong, I don't think.
I felt like they both let the vibe take over, right? Like
yes.
They both let the vibe take over, and because they let the vibe take the lead, it showcased both of them incredibly.
Yeah, and I loved and I think that with a song like this, if you're going to do it as a collaborative effort, then it's important that you have similar vibe, because we have an upcoming performance where the vibes were very different, and it stands out. It's a little bit distracting, so I like that they came with the same kind of energy for this song.
Yeah, and this is completely my opinion, you all, but I did not like the result. Again, I said, I don't agree with this. And I put in caps at all. I said, really, John? Really? Kendra is bananas. Again, not saying that Natasha's not amazing and has a really cool, unique voice. And I get why he chose Natasha, but Kendra's been one of my favorites since the beginning. And like every season, there's like one or two singers that only get through to the battles. And I'm just like, what? No, I need more. And I just love Kendra's voice. I love it. I love her confidence. And I just don't agree with the choice at all. Again, not that Natasha did a bad job. It's just my personal opinion. Stephanie, you don't agree, right? With me?
This was a pick your flavor. Like it was a toss up. I wouldn't. I don't feel strongly either way. I think that they both did a great job. It's just a pick your flavor. So I'm not as passionate about.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm not as passionate about this. I get it. Not that I'm not passionate about this performance. I just don't have a very strong leaning.
I did.
I have with other ones. Yeah,
it's carried over from. I thought Kendra's blind was so strong.
It was.
It's carried over from her blind for me. And I thought she just kept the momentum going. And that was personal. All right. Our next offering was from Aaron and Jonah. Bible folks.
That's right.
The first time. Who sang this? I didn't get the artist.
Damiando David.
Okay. All right.
I'm doing my best with that one, y'all.
Yeah.
This is a new song, apparently. That's what they said during the show.
I said the ease of Aaron's instrument is so refreshing. Aaron can just stand there and sing. He's like a flat-footed, 10 toes down, as Jennifer said, singer. Yeah. One of the things I love about Jonah's voice is because Jonah has the classical background, i.e. I do too, I love a pure vowel. And if you listen to how Jonah sings, all his vowel, and what I mean by pure vowel, it's not closed, it's open, it's bright.
Yes.
It's A-E-I-O-U. You see how I said it like that? It's not A-E-I-O-U. It's A-E-I-O-U.
A-E-I-O-U.
Like it's pure.
Yes.
It's to get, I don't want to get too technical, but it's the basis of it is Italian pronunciation because the Italians speak with such pure vowels. And that's his classical background. You can tell he's classically trained. And I said, Jonah's classical foundation is just magical to his voice, just wonders to his voice.
Yeah.
I said, Aaron, how do you stay so calm and produce such an amazing sound? Like, dude, like you're just standing there and this voice is coming out. And it looks like you're not doing anything strenuous. Right. Like it just flows. It's just crazy.
That's right.
And then I said, Jonah, how do you move around like that and produce that sound? Because Jonah was all over the place. And I was like, how is he like not winded or
exactly
short of breath or cutting his phrases off? I was like, what
exactly?
He's all over the stage, and it just sounds like he's got air and breath for days.
Yes.
There was a mention of pitch issues. Didn't hear it. Stephanie, did you? I didn't hear pitch issues.
Who did they say for?
I think Kelly said they both had pitch issues.
Oh, I didn't.
Did you hear?
I didn't hear pitch issues. I think that they were trying to say that they were like moving around too much and that caused them to have pitch issues. I didn't hear pitch issues.
I actually
either. And what's surprising is that I thought that I might, because by the end of the performances, their voices just kept going higher and higher, up in the range, upper, and like everything to my ear worked.
It really did.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear it, but I don't know. Maybe it was corrected.
Man.
Stephanie?
Oh, so this one was interesting for me. This is one of the ones where it was like the energy on the stage is different. And it wasn't that it was bad or good. It was just big different. So at one point, Aaron's singing his part, and Jonah is like,
Yeah, I thought Jonah was going to like blast off.
I was like, I wrote down spark plug. I said, somebody then lit a fire up under Jonah and told him, we are doing all energy, 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 energy. And you could see Aaron trying to match the energy because he was like doing the crowd, like this thing. And like after the part that I just was showing, Jonah then sang, and Aaron was kind of like keeping the time on his leg, trying to keep that energy.
Right.
I just think that Aaron is not that kind of exuberant performer. And he was doing his best to match Jonah's intensity. But I think Jonah's intensity was only okay because so was his vocal. I think if Jonah had not given a great vocal, that would have been to his detriment.
It'd been too much.
Because the song in and of itself didn't necessarily call for, like, there was one part where he was like leaning back and his hair was just flowing. I was like, Jonah is giving it all, and I can appreciate that.
That too.
My only concern was, is this going to make your vocal suffer? And it didn't. By the end, just like I was describing earlier, it was like a vocal battle royale because Jonah went up high, and then Aaron went up high, and then Jonah went up high, and then Aaron ends up with his falsetto, and I was just like, oh, smack, hit, stab, slice. Like, it was just like, okay, we are battling by the end of this. But it was just really interesting how not only were both of their vocals amazing, but just the difference in their performance styles. So I wonder, and I don't remember the comments well enough to really remember what Kelly had to say about that. I do wonder whether that had an effect in who won.
That's the very last thing I wrote. I said the person who was picked won for their performance because I felt like they were equally vocally talented.
Yeah.
I felt like Jonah won because he's a showman, right? He's and Kelly even said it. Kelly said, I just hear and see something like some different, like, I forgot what she said, but it's something to the effect of like play with some things, like with his voice and his performance, like So Jonah did take that one.
Yes, he did.
All right, who's next?
Okay, so next we had, Lord have mercy. Okay, we had Sid and we had Ashley from Team Legend. And they did Mariah Carey, Love Takes Time. You might say that it's over, and you might say that you don't care, baby.
Like, this is 20-year-old Mariah Carey, y'all. This is
fresh.
This is first album.
This is first album,
Mariah Carey, okay? And if you're not familiar with Mariah's first album,
look it up.
It's like impossible singing.
Impossible
and this,
singing.
To me, is one of the hardest, most difficult songs from her first album. You know, did this song get as big as Vision of Love? No. But it got pretty darn big, you know?
Yeah.
And I said, buckle up. This is my wheelhouse. This is my and Stephanie's wheelhouse. We're 90s kids, know.
Oh, yeah.
I said, you better do it. I said, and I know this is one of Mariah's most difficult songs. I don't even think Mariah can sing this song anymore. Because it's so vocally difficult.
That's true.
Because, and I'm going to explain to you all why. It is all different. Like, Mariah sings in all registers in this song.
Oh.
She gives you breathy, floaty, ethereal. She gives you chest. She gives you mix. She gives you head. She gives you whistle. She like kitchen sink,
All of it.
like and the washing machine. I mean,
yes, yeah.
And then I wrote, yikes. I said, from what I hear some pitch issues. Ashley had a few pitch issues, and it was very noticeable. And you all, remember I talked to you, Stephanie and I talked to you about, some of the songs that we felt like they picked for a particular singer. I thought it was blatantly clear that this offering was picked for Sid. Mm-hmm. Because Sid, if you all remember, Sid gave you that Jessie J, and you literally like got pushed back in your seat with her vocal. Mm-hmm. I said, this song is impossible. I said, take your time, Sid. Take your time.
She did.
I said, come through, whistle. Did y'all hear her whistle? And let me tell you, if you go back to the B reel, where John actually told Sid to pull it back, because
he did.
The part, but I know that you do, and I feel that you do inside, whatever that, and then she took the lead where she's singing "Love Takes Time," and then sits up there
in the stratosphere,
like whistle, and John said,
singing like a bird,
so Ashley can get heard. Said, and I thought, let me tell y'all something, and I'm gonna talk about this a little bit on the Patreon. If y'all go back and watch closely, Sid hit a note, and this is before the whistle, where Kelly got jolted.
Sure did.
Kelly said, like, oh, this girl's coming for my spot.
That's right.
She's coming for my, and darn right she is. Darn right she's coming for your spot. Because there's always somebody younger who's got the talent and got
that's right.
Sid is, she's just otherworldly. That voice
she
is just
really
otherworldly. I said, come through, whistle. I said, Kelly was like, somebody's coming for my spot. I said, my Lord. It got a little rough at the end. Stephanie brought this to my attention, and I don't think I had gotten that yet because I was so stuck on what Sid was doing. But there's that part of the end where they were singing in unison. It was not unison. The pitch got off, but then I felt like they pulled it together at the very end, and I felt like they landed the plane very well. Yeah. Said, watch y'all's unison. Watch it. You gotta listen. Stephanie.
This wasn't fair.
It wasn't.
This wasn't fair. It just wasn't fair. And I'm really trying to decide how much I want to say here. Here's what I will say. I loved the fact that Ashley was attacking this song.
Yeah, she did.
She attacked this song.
And there were moments where Ashley, I was like, sing. There really were.
No, absolutely. There were some shining moments within the performance where I was just like, there's that voice. That's why she got them 3 chairs to turn for her, because like she does have a great voice.
I felt like this song is so difficult, she ran out of gas.
Well, that's the daggone point. Because this song is a flipping marathon. There's a reason why you called it impossible, because there's so many things to think about. Not only, like, do I want to sing it like Mariah? Ooh, that's a task. Do I want to sing it differently? How am I going to do that? And I'm battling somebody who has probably sung this at like 20 weddings already. And so it was just, here's something that I want to offer to all of you that one of our patrons offered to us, because this was actually the song performance that I did my watch with me. If you don't know, for Patreon, one of the pieces of content that you get is that I watch one of the performances live and record myself watching it live, so y'all get the real reaction. And in the comment section of that post, one of our patrons said that Ashley is more of a gentler singer, and Sid is more the powerhouse. So it would have been interesting to see if John would have given them an option of a chiller song, to see if that would have leveled the playing field a little bit and not make Ashley what seemed like push her out of her vocal comfort zone, where there's so much power and powerhouseness in this vocal. I said the only song that came to mind, and maybe you have another suggestion, James. This is literally the only song I could think of that was more in that gentler lane, was like a Jewel, Who Can Save Your Soul, something like that. That would have just showed both of their vocal ability, but wasn't just a monster of a song like Love Takes Time. Sid is just, we already knew. We knew from the from the blinds. We said, whoever she battles against, God help you, because this sis is not coming to play with us. And she didn't even come to play with us in this selection. By the end of the song, she's still swinging. The knife is still cutting, slashing, slicing. And I'm like, stop.
She went for the jugular.
She really did. And I understand. These are the battles. You never know what these coaches are going to do. So you have to put forth your best effort. So I appreciate that she did it. And she sang this thing down. I just don't, it was just.
Y'all, Kelly Clarkson. Kelly's like, and then she's an encyclopedia of voice, right? She is a dictionary of voice. And Kelly Clarkson got jolted.
Yes, she did.
Like, she went, like, oh my gosh, she's got my notes.
Yeah, sure do. Sure do.
Crazy. Yep. So, who won?
Sid won.
Oh yeah, big time.
Sid won.
And Kelly was like, man, the admiration Kelly has for Sid was awesome. Yeah, because Kelly could have been like, girl, I don't like you because you're taking my spot.
Right.
All right. So our next singers that sang, now, I didn't know this song, and I know a lot of Fleetwood Mac songs, but this was
They did this song on a different season recently, either the previous season or the one previous to that.
I thought it's so funny because Abigayle and Julia. I thought they said Rihanna, but it's Rihanna.
Rhiannon, yes.
Rhiannon.
Yes.
I said nice harmonies on the B-reel. Like they were giving me nice harmonies in the rehearsal.
They were.
I said, Abigayle, that tone. I said, Julia, that clarity. I said, I love it when Julia slows her vibrato down. Like it's just one of those, like it's just a perfect nuance in her voice. And this is a perfect example of I felt both singers were truly listening to one another on their together parts. Abigayle does this cool fluttery thing in her voice.
Yes, she does.
Parts that I just was like, "Ooh, what is that?" It's just so cool. Julia's style I felt was perfect for this song. Kelly kind of came for both in the comments. Did you notice that? Kelly wasn't that complimentary. Like she's like, I felt like the two of you both sang better in your blinds. I was like, yikes, Kelly.
Well, you know what? Go ahead.
You can agree with her.
I think it was Kelly's fault because I ain't like this song on him. I ain't like the song on him. So you want to blame somebody? Kelly, blame yourself and blame whoever picked the song. Because I ain't like this song on him, to be perfectly honest. I think as a duet, I think that there was just too much space. There were points in time, and this is another one where you have two different ladies that bring two different energies, okay? Julia is Miss, she like to bounce. She like Miss Pop. She liked to bounce and do all this. Now, Miss Abigail's here. Here, she floating, right? She here. So you got times where Julia's going like this, and you got times where Abigail's doing like this. And there was one point where they held at the Rhiannon, and I promise you, check the tape. Abigail saw Julia do a Julia, and in the way that she performs, said Rhiannon, and Julia was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I keep getting them flipped." Abigail looked over at Julia doing this, and she said Rhiannon. And she was like, I got to do something. But it was the song choice, because I liked what they were doing vocally.
Right.
But I did not like this song as a battle. It's just not. Like, there's just too much space. There's not enough ways to, unless they arranged it differently. I didn't like the song. So if you didn't think that they sounded good together, that was your fault, Kelly, because I thought that they sounded good individually, like when they were doing their own thing. But I just think that they didn't really know what to do as a battle. And the energy, yeah.
Who won this battle, Stephanie?
Abigail won this battle.
This was a draw for me. This was
me too.
I love both of them individually so much. Two totally different voices. Was it, Abigail again, another like coffee house, more of a coffee house. But she did this flutter thing that I thought was so unique in her voice.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like Jewel does it, and
yes,
some of those singers of the 90s do it.
Yeah.
But it was a draw for me.
Same.
All right. Our final performance of the night. Probably my favorite performance, my favorite battle of the season, in my humble opinion. This was pinned by the incomparable Neo, made famous by Mario. This was like the R&B monster hit of the 2010s, I believe. And Let Me Love You. And that
Baby, you just don't get it.
You enjoy being hurt.
Being hurt.
I said, Neo, pen the song, boy. I tell you.
He sure did.
And Legend was right. Legend said it's one of the best R&B songs written recently, like in modern, like in the 21st century, right?
1000%.
And
who sang it? And who sang it?
AJ and Mike.
Ooh, they did.
If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do, and I be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of one.
Oh, they did.
Said, when they announced the song, I said, this is going to be epic. Low key epic, because it's not a big bombastic song, right?
No, this is going
to be
another vibe.
I said, did you hear that run that Mike did in the Be Real? I said things. I said, if you look up vocal assassin in the dictionary, doggone it, Mike, you are a vocal assassin. And then I said, bring us to church, KJ, with your TD Jakes looking daddy.
Daddy.
I said, you better. I said, tell me his father don't look just like TD Jakes.
No, he do.
I said, you know what? And I'm going to get off topic for a second. I just love Mike's style.
Oh my gosh.
Mike came in with that suit cut down the middle with the brown and black suit. And then Mike, I just like this dude's style. I said, it's risky, but it works. Y'all, Money gave every singer, white, black, yellow, green, purple, red, every color of the rain, every Roy G. Biv out there that's a singer and that does runs. Listen to Money's advice. Money said,
unbelievable.
Let me tell y'all, with runs, you only get 8. You only get 8. And she should have followed that up with, unless you're Jasmine Sullivan.
Unless you're Jasmine, exactly. She get a couple more.
She get a couple more. Only one. And maybe Lauren.
She get a couple more.
Because Jasmine learned from Lauren. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
You only get 8.
True. You only get 8.
You only get 8 runs. She said that's all you need. I said, money, you better give some advice. I said,
That's
this,
right.
and y'all, I wrote all this before even the performance.
Right.
I wrote all this. And then I went to the performance. I said, this is going to be epic. I said, you got it bad epic. And if you all don't know what that reference is, that reference was, several years ago before we started the Pitchy podcast, there was a battle, and I think it left YouTube for a while. Stephanie, if you don't mind putting this in, we often come back to this battle because it was just pure R&B, and it was just pure exceptional artistry performance.
Yes.
And this is what we got tonight, y'all. What a closer of the battles. I said, Mike, that tone.
Oh my God.
Here comes AJ. Back half, I said, KJ, excuse me. I said, back half, KJ, don't hurt him. Stop. You're hurting him.
Oh,
You're hurting
I know.
him, KJ.
Yeah.
Like, KJ was giving us this nasal R&B singing, but it wasn't
R&B
nasal.
90s. Yeah.
Right, this like Lil Slim from 112, like,
ain't
I just don't get it, like that. It just worked, and then KJ then reminded you, of his oral roots, his gospel roots.
Yes.
I said, KJ does this thing, and the best way I can describe it, I said, rasp falsetto. How can you have rasp in your falsetto, KJ?
Right.
Like, that's just insane.
I
said, and I wrote the rebirth of Slick. I said, this is what I am describing this battle. I said, the rebirth of Slick. You better, doggone it, Mike, stop. Just stop it. Stop. You're hurting them. Both of y'all. But doggone it, Mike, there were just some of the, he said,
listen.
And I was like,
I said, all right, Luther.
Did you just do a Luther run in Mario?
He did in Mario. I
said, stop, Mike. I said, the rebirth of Slick. And what I mean by that is Adam said it perfect. He didn't say outfit. He said the fit.
The fit.
Adam said, y'all's fit. Y'all's fit is on point.
Then they were.
Both of them, they just brought it, like, just everything. It was vibe. It was like vibe stacked on vibe on vibe. I said, wow. It was. Wow. And we'll talk about the dramatic ending after Stephanie. Stephanie, I can't wait to hear, because I know.
Oh my God.
I know you love a good R&B.
Oh my God.
A good R&B offering battle. Stephanie.
Oh my God. So when they get into
I called the rehearsal for this one, but I'm gonna talk about that on the Patreon.
Yeah, we'll talk about that carefully.
Yeah, I said some things that I can't.
You said some things we can't say.
I can't say it on the Patreon. I'll give y'all the edited version. No,
on the Patreon. No, you're not.
Yeah,
no, you're not.
Y'all, that's why y'all gotta subscribe. I'll give y'all the edited version.
Oh my God! So in the rehearsal, they always start to play like the intro of the song, before, like kind of as they're announcing what song they're gonna sing, and I was like, I said, oh. See, I knew it was gonna be good. I knew it was going to be good because they saved them for last. Like the voice, they're not dummies. So I knew it was going to be good. And then it was Mario. I said, oh my God, it's Mario. Okay.
This is one, real quick, y'all. This is the one when Mario sang this at the Grammys all those years ago. Kelly Clarkson bum rushed. I'll never forget this. She bum rushed the stage because you got to go back.
Was she hosting?
It was maybe the American Music Awards. It was the one that she hosted. It wasn't the Grammys. It was maybe
it's like the AMAs or something. Mm-hmm.
And Kelly said, "What was that? Just like the best thing I've ever heard." She said, "Mario!" Like she called him out in the audience. She said, "I don't even know what that was." Kelly lost her mind. I'll never forget it. It's like she went off script and was like,
yes, like
song.
Yo,
all right, Stephanie, please tell me.
So This is another pick your flavor, and they're both delightful. They're both my favorite flavors. You got KJ serving up the 90s, bright, pro, smooth, gospel leaning, falsetto giving, smooth, and just delicious vocal. And then you have Mike. Mike is just giving like hot chocolate Givian. Like he is just giving richness. It was here's what I love about Mike in particular. Mike sings with conviction. Mike mean everything that come out of his mouth, right? Mike, I would trust Mike with anything. I would trust Mike with my children, my bank account.
Mike reminds me of not totally different voice, but to your point that you just made, Stephanie, about conviction, he reminds me of the last winner of American Idol. And I'm not going to say his name. Y'all know who he is. But that's like that type of conviction.
Oh, yeah.
That type of conviction in his singing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But here's what surprised me about Mike on this here performance. It was the range of it all. I was like, wait, with that voice, you have that much range? It was ridiculous.
Yeah, did you hear he said,
in his full voice? I was like, wait, that ain't even your falsetto, dude. Like, what are we doing here? And I love the way that they played off of each other. I love the dynamics that they were bringing together. I love the energy of it all because they were both chill and cool and laid back and pro in their own separate ways. So that's what I mean when it's like it's a choose your flavor, because you weren't going wrong either way. But it was giving on giving on giving on giving. It was vibes on vibes on vibes. It was just, and if we haven't made this clear enough, the singing was just chef's kiss. It was so,
it's like both the choices. Take your time, right? It's like they both said take your time to each other.
And then by the end, they were like subtly battling. Like it wasn't overt. Like it was just like, it was like a rap battle. It was like, okay, come on, Choice. Oh, clocked you. Oh, wait, now you done took them out with the run that went all the way down in the basement. Like it was just like, and we knew by then, spoiler, non-spoiler, we knew by then that nobody was going home.
No one.
And it was like, well, after that, we would have been
of the
big
season, in my opinion.
We would have been big, huge, super duper mad if one of them would have left. So we knew we could at least end the episode feeling some kind of good because we knew that they were both staying.
Now, where I'm shocked, but then going back and thinking about it, I'm not shocked, is I truly thought that because Mike has such a unique voice, I truly thought that John was going to choose Mike. But
I did too. He did not.
He chose KJ. But I like that John explained why he chose, because he knew Mike was going to get stolen. I like how he explained. He's like, KJ's voice just reminds me of the voices of my youth. Like when I was a little kid. Like the 70s soul, R&B, Bobby Womack,
that's right.
Teddy P, Luther, Freddie Jackson, those types of like Jeffrey Osborne, P.O. Bryson, like he's got that type of like, and it's all different colors and all that. Yes, Mike has a very now, like with the whole Givian sound, he has a very now. And I think this is a huge pickup for Mr. Levine.
Adam was like, dang, I didn't think he was going to still be there. So pop. I was really surprised. I thought John was going to take you. And then I was like, oh, shoot, wait. Mike is still available. And I got this here still. Pop. Come on home,
that's
Mike.
A huge pickup.
Come on home.
Believe it or not, Adam sings very similar. Like when Adam is doing stuff that's not in his regular poppy genre.
Yeah.
Like Adam sounds like when Adam goes, this love is taking its all on me. Goodbye.
Too many times before.
I can't even do it. I'm just like what he does in that song. It's just yeah. That's very Mike and Adam's gonna have fun with Mike. He really is.
Oh yes,
he's gonna have fun. Well, Stephanie, tell them what they need to hear, please.
So don't, oh Lord. See, what y'all don't know, and I'm gonna tell y'all before I give y'all everything that y'all need to know, is that we hop right from Patreon to this closing. And James don't ever be giving me a lead-in. He just be throwing me into the closing, y'all, and I ain't never ready. I'm like, where's my notes? Where's my stuff?
You need
Here's
your
my
notes.
Let
You
me
know this memo.
I do know my notes, but we be in mid-conversation. He's like, well, it's time to go. Steph, let him know what you need to know. So let me let you know what you need to know. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Pitchy Podcast on your favorite podcast platform. And if you are on Apple Podcasts in particular or Spotify, make sure that you rate us with 5 stars and a kind review so more friends can find us, particularly friends that are fans of NBC's The Voice. Then hop on over to YouTube, search for The Pitchy Podcast, and hit that subscribe button right there so you do not miss when we drop a new episode. Also, do not forget to follow us on Instagram. And guess what, y'all? We back on Facebook. I decided to put us back on Facebook. We are on Instagram and Facebook at The Pitchy Podcast, and we are also on Blue Sky at The Pitchy Podcast.bsky.social for new episode alerts, episode clips, and so much more. Listen, we tell y'all every episode, but we mean it this week. For only $5, join us on Patreon. You can hear more of our extensive thoughts about not only this episode, but prior episodes from this season. You do not want to miss this conversation. You do not want to miss my watch with me's, like I said, where I watch a performance live and you get my actual real-time reactions. So much good conversation and so much good content on Patreon for only $5 per month. Less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, less than a good drink. If you love NBC's The Voice and you love the Pitchy Podcast, you do not want to miss us on Patreon.
All right, y'all. Welcome next week. It's on to the knockouts.
Knockouts.
Come on.
Knockouts.
Battles take
gonna
us
be good.
to knockouts.
Yes.
And
yes.
from what we understand, the singers that are left, it is going to be a bloodbath.
It will.
All right, y'all.
It will.
I'm exhausted. So is it Stephanie. So we'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.